Have you ever heard the familiar saying, "Eating healthy and exercising regularly will keep your eyes and brain strong"? That's true, but not the whole story. In reality, many older adults stay active, even keeping up with sports like golf, a game that seems perfect for fitness and mental relaxation. And yet, even out on the golf course, where you feel healthy, energetic, and in control, unexpected challenges can quietly appear. Picture this. You've just nailed a beautiful swing, stepping onto the green to line up your putt, when suddenly your vision blurs. The ball that was once sharp and clear turns into a fuzzy streak. You struggle to focus, your hands begin to tremble, and suddenly the club feels heavy in your grip. In an instant, what was a joyful round of golf turns into a moment of worry. These situations aren't rare. Doctors often see patients who take good care of themselves playing golf regularly, eating balanced meals, yet still experience sudden vision loss or even mild strokes. So, where does the problem come from? Aging changes the body in unpredictable ways. Hormones shift, blood pressure fluctuates, blood vessels lose flexibility, and the eyes become more sensitive to light, nutrition, and even the smallest deficiencies you never thought about. The real concern is that the earliest warning signs are often so subtle that they get overlooked until a serious complication arrives. That's why today, doctors recommend not only exercise and a balanced diet, but also paying close attention to specific nutrients that support both the eyes and the brain. In the next section, we'll explore 5 essential nutrients choices I trust most to help keep your vision sharp and your brain resilient for years to come. When it comes to nutrition for the eyes, 2 names you've probably heard before are lutein and zeaxanthin. These natural pigments are found in dark, leafy greens like kale and spinach, and even in the golden yolk of eggs. What makes them unique is their ability to concentrate in the retina, the part of your eye that determines clarity and sharpness of vision. You can think of lutein and zeaxanthin as the body's built-in natural sunglasses designed to protect your eyesight. Every single day, your eyes are bombarded by blue light from phone screens, computers, televisions, and even the sun. Without this protective filter, the retina becomes vulnerable to damage. Lutein and zeaxanthin step in like shields. They absorb harmful blue light and neutralize free radicals before they can do harm. The result? Less eye strain, reduced glare when driving at night, and clearer vision in dim lighting. Here's something even more fascinating. Research shows that these nutrients don't just help your eyes, they also enhance memory and cognitive processing. That's because the eyes and brain are deeply connected. Many older adults who've added lutein and zeaxanthin to their daily routine report noticeable improvements, reading the morning paper without blurred letters, driving at dusk with less glare, and even feeling more mentally sharp throughout the day. The challenge, however, is that the body cannot make lutein and zeaxanthin on its own. To get enough from diet alone, you'd need to consume very large amounts of leafy greens every single day, something not always realistic. That's why doctors often recommend supplements with typical daily doses of about 10 to 20 milligrams of lutein and 204 milligrams of zeaxanthin. For best absorption, they should be taken with a meal that contains some healthy fat, like boiled eggs, with a side salad drizzled in olive oil. One important reminder: people at higher risk of age-related macular degeneration stand to benefit the most, while those already using prescription eye drops or managing chronic conditions should consult their physician first. But for most older adults, lutein and zeaxanthin are a simple yet powerful starting point for keeping the windows of the soul clear, even as the years go by. If lutein and zeaxanthin act like shields protecting the eyes from blue light, then curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, works more like a quiet, clean-up crew, sweeping away hidden inflammation that can damage the body over time. In modern medicine, curcumin is well known for its powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It has been studied in conditions ranging from heart disease and diabetes to Alzheimer's, cancer, and even skin health. But in eye care, curcumin has drawn particular attention for its ability to ease dry eye and support retinal health. Some patients with chronic dry eye who had tried every kind of eye drop with little relief found real comfort only after adding curcumin to their daily routine. Their eyes became less red, the gritty sand-in-the-eye sensation eased, and overall comfort improved. The tricky part with curcumin, however, is absorption. On its own, the body takes in very little. Most of it passes through the gut unused. That's why, traditionally, curcumin has been paired with piperine, a natural compound from black pepper, to dramatically boost absorption. Today, technology has advanced further, with nano-curcumin and micro-curcumin forms designed to slip more easily into the bloodstream and tissues. Personally, I used to take 500 milliliters of standard curcumin with piperine, but now just 200 milliliters of nano-curcumin each day feels far more effective. Of course, curcumin isn't for everyone. Those with severe stomach issues, pregnant women, or people taking blood thinners should always check with their doctor before starting. But for most older adults, a modest daily dose, usually taken after a meal containing a little healthy fat, offers a safe and effective way to support both eye comfort and overall well-being. It's important to remember that curcumin is not a quick fix. Think of it as a steady companion, a little bit each day, gradually lowering inflammation, easing dry eye, and improving your general health over time. Patience is the real key here. With consistency, this humble golden spice can quietly deliver long-term benefits that go far beyond what meets the eye. If there's one nutrient that's both familiar and essential for the eyes and the brain, it's omega-3 fatty acids. Among them, DHA stands out as the building block for the retina and nerve cells. In fact, about half of the fatty acids in the retina are made of DHA, a number that makes clear just how critical it is. Studies have shown that people who regularly eat fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel have a much lower risk of developing diabetic retinopathy or age-related macular degeneration. For the eyes, omega-3s help relieve dryness, burning, and stinging complaints many older adults know all too well. For the brain, they improve memory, sharpen focus, and even help stabilize mood. Many patients report that after just a few months of supplementation, their eyes felt less fatigued after computer use, and their sleep quality noticeably improved. The challenge is that the modern American diet is often low in omega-3s, but overloaded with omega-6 fatty acids from industrial seed oils. This imbalance fuels inflammation throughout the body, directly harming both eye and heart health. That's why doctors often recommend not only eating fatty fish at least twice a week, but also adding an omega-3 supplement. The common dosage ranges from 1,000 to 2,400 milligrams daily. Personally, I've used a formulation designed specifically for dry eyes containing 680 milligrams EPA and 560 mg DHA, and the improvements became clear after consistent use. Of course, not everyone should take omega-3s freely. Those on blood-thinning medication or preparing for surgery should always consult a doctor first. For vegetarians and vegans, algal oil offers a safe and effective alternative source of DHA. As for timing, omega-3 supplements are best taken after a main meal that contains some healthy fat, which significantly improves absorption. The key is to treat omega-3 as a long-term investment. One capsule today may ease eye dryness right away, but more importantly, it builds the foundation for sharper vision and a clearer mind in the years ahead. When people hear about vitamin D, most immediately think of strong bones, but for the eyes and the brain, this nutrient plays an equally vital role. Vitamin D helps regulate inflammation, supports immune function, and even improves how nerve cells transmit signals. In reality, vitamin D deficiency among Americans, especially older adults, is alarmingly common. The reason is simple. Most of us spend the majority of our time indoors, and even when we do go outside, sunglasses and sunscreen used to protect the skin from UV rays also block the body's natural ability to synthesize vitamin D. The result is a silent deficiency that builds over time. For eye health, research shows vitamin D can help reduce dryness and aid in corneal healing. Many patients with chronic dry eye report that after consistent supplementation, their eyes felt less gritty, less red, and more comfortable. Beyond vision, low vitamin D doesn't just weaken bones, it often brings fatigue, low mood, and greater vulnerability to inflammation and infections. For older adults, the typical recommended dose is 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day. In many cases, you may not even need a separate supplement, since vitamin D is often included in combination formulas like omega-3 blends or multivitamins designed for eye health. The best time to take it is with a meal that includes a bit of healthy fat, which significantly improves absorption. That said, it's important not to take vitamin D recklessly. Too much can raise calcium levels in the blood, potentially leading to kidney stones or vascular damage. The safest approach is to check vitamin D levels with a simple blood test and adjust your intake according to your doctor's guidance. Sometimes, just a small daily capsule of vitamin D is like bringing sunlight into your body, a sunlight you may have missed after hours spent indoors. And that sunlight quietly powers your eyes to stay clear, your brain to stay sharp, and your spirit to remain energized for the long run. Like natural filters for your vision, then astaxanthin can be thought of as a powerful red armor. It's the natural pigment that gives salmon, lobster, and crab their rosy color. And behind that color lies one of the strongest antioxidants ever studied. In fact, astaxanthin's antioxidant capacity is estimated to be 40 times stronger than beta-carotene and nearly 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C. For the eyes, astaxanthin has been shown to improve blood flow to the retina, ensuring that delicate eye cells receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. Research also suggests it can reduce eye fatigue, a growing problem among older adults who spend long hours in front of phones or computers to stay connected with family. Many patients report that after just a few weeks of supplementation, their eyes feel less strained, less blurry, and more resilient. Astaxanthin also shows promise in slowing the progression of cataracts, one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors. Beyond vision, it supports healthier skin by reducing dryness and wrinkles, and it may even improve the function of the tiny oil glands around the eye's key players in preventing dry eye. The recommended dose is relatively modest, about 12 mg per day or every other day. While you can get some astaxanthin naturally by eating fatty fish, achieving consistent levels usually requires a supplement. Like other carotenoids, it's fat-soluble, so the best time to take it is with a meal that includes healthy fats, think olive oil, avocado, or grass-fed butter. That said, it's worth noting that the body of evidence for astaxanthin in eye health is still smaller compared to lutein or omega-3. This means it's best viewed not as a main treatment, but as a supportive ally in your overall vision protection plan. And as always, those with liver or kidney disease, or anyone on long-term medication, should consult their doctor before adding it to their routine. Sometimes, a touch of red from the ocean offers far more than beauty on your plate. It can quietly serve as a shield for your eyes and skin, helping you preserve both clarity and vitality as the years go by. After years of experimenting, adjusting, and carefully tracking results, I've realized that supporting eye health doesn't have to be complicated. Back in the beginning, I used to take everything separately. One capsule of lutein, another of zeaxanthin, then curcumin, vitamin D, astaxanthin. Every morning, looking at that pill organizer felt like sitting down to a capsule buffet. And honestly, it made consistency tough. Thankfully, things are much simpler now. There are combination formulas designed specifically for eye health. Personally, I've switched to one that already includes lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin D, and even curcumin, all in a single capsule. That means just one pill a day, yet I know I'm still covering the essentials. Alongside that, I make sure to keep omega-3 as a steady part of my routine. For me, omega-3 isn't optional. It's the backbone of both eye and heart support. As for astaxanthin, I don't take it daily. I usually supplement every other day, or simply rely on fatty fish in my diet. Beyond that, I also maintain a steady 5 ml of creatine daily, not just for workouts and muscle strength, but because some research suggests it may boost mood and support brain health. At my age, that's a bonus I really value. When I'm traveling, especially on long flights, I sometimes add an electrolyte blend that's made for dry eyes. A few of these even include melatonin, which helps me adjust and sleep better when switching time zones. But the single biggest lesson I've learned is this: consistency beats intensity. No capsule works like magic overnight. The improvements come quietly, day by day. Stick with it, and suddenly you realize your eyes feel less strained, your focus is sharper, and even your body runs more smoothly. It's not about chasing miracles. It's about building steady habits that protect the things you value most. Before we wrap up, let me remind you of something important. The habits and supplements I've shared here are what work for me, but that doesn't mean you should copy them exactly. Your body is its own unique world. What benefits me may not be right for you, especially if you're on long-term medications, managing chronic conditions, or following a different diet. That's why the very first and most important step is always to talk with your doctor before starting any supplement routine. Second, remember this. Supplements are just that, supplementary. They're meant to fill in the gaps, not replace the foundation. Eye and brain health can't be built from a pill bottle alone. A diet rich in leafy greens and fatty fish, restful sleep, and gentle walks outdoors each morning. That's the true groundwork. Think of supplements as a protective jacket, but your lifestyle is the actual house that keeps you safe. I often tell my patients, don't go searching for miracles in a single capsule. Instead, let small, steady choices add up to big results. When you take care of your eyes today, you're really giving yourself the chance to see your grandchild smile clearly, to savor the colors of a sunset, or simply to read your favorite book without strain. If you'd like to take the next step toward a healthier, sharper future, I invite you to join me in the next video, where I'll share how sleep directly impacts your vision. Because sometimes the most powerful vitamin your body needs isn't found in a capsule at all, but in a deep, restorative night's rest.